Hello everyone and welcome to the One Piece character tier ranking list. So I will be ranking these in terms of character design only for all the characters of the East Blue Saga, and so I don't want to have to keep repeating myself and saying that there will be characters in here that have potential, because I feel like we will see more of them in later sagas, but obviously in the East Blue Saga, you don't get all of the characters and all their fighting styles, and we don't, like, there are some characters you just get one panel, one little piece from them, and so they will be put in has potential, because I feel like we may see more of them, or maybe they had potential and passed away in the story, or supposedly passed away. You know, I never know until I actually see, you know what I'm saying? So if you see cats going around, there are two of them in the living room, and if you hear a little crying, it is my cat that is not used to being in the living room because we just got him, so he's a bit jumpy, and he's also deaf, so he cries a lot. So don't worry about that, and hopefully my computer will not die like it did yesterday when I was trying to record this. So I did finish East Blue. Before we get into this, I did finish East Blue, really enjoyed it, and I feel like the end 4 or 5 chapters after the Arlong Park arc, I feel like it's about to get even more interesting, because I know a lot of people say it's like a weak saga. Like, a lot of people decide that it's not for them, and I don't know how, because I feel like there's so much to the story for everybody to enjoy. So but I guess if people don't like the manga isms, which I really enjoy, the silly faces and everything like that, obviously I'm sitting here making a tier ranking list of the character design, so clearly I do like manga isms and all of that. And this is my first manga, by the way, that I'm reading all the way through, and yeah, I really enjoyed the swords aspect, as we're finding out that there are important swords, that there are fine quality swords, that there are, you know, and we just got some new characters introduced at the very end, and they definitely have some potential. So if my audio is a little laggy with the video, don't look at it too hard, is all I gotta say, because listen, I am running OBS on a freaking MacBook with my 4K camera right here, my new microphone. My computer is working hella hard right now. So let's go ahead and begin with Captain Shanks. Now, we all know about this man's is right here, and you know, I will be talking about how I personally feel about them, but I will try to not get that into the ranking. So here we're gonna put Gota, good, but for B it's going to be has/had potential. For C it's going to be basic, and when I say basic, I mean basic for Oda, not basic in terms of just everybody basic, but just in Oda's characters, I feel like he could have done more, or maybe I just personally felt like just kind of like iffy towards them, like just kind of And then we have not for me. Usually characters going in not for me creep me out or make me uncomfortable, which could be the reasoning as to why they are designed that way, which is fine. But if we're going not story, we're going character design. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Captain red-haired Shanks, he's going to go and has potential, because I feel like we haven't seen him fight yet. As we see him towards the end of East Blue Saga, we see that, you know, he's looking a bit hard now, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looks tough, like tougher, and obviously when he loses his arm, I feel like that makes him look tougher as well. But yeah, he definitely has potential, and I'm very excited to see where he goes. I'm very excited to see what happens in the story with him. Obviously, I do love his relationship with Luffy. And then we've got, I believe it's his first mate, and his name is Anchor. And honestly, this could go any sort of way. This could go up or down depending on his fighting style that we'll see later, but we really only get to see him for like 2 seconds. Okay, Higuma, he's going in basic. Technically, he has potential because I haven't seen his fighting style. I've only seen him beat up little Luffy. Which, you know, when you're beating up kids and you look as basic as you do, Higuma. Then we've got Mikino, and she's basic. Obviously, she's just like in the tavern of Luffy's hometown. I don't feel any sort of way towards her or her character design. Nothing much to say about that. Luffy is going in Gota, and it's like his character design itself on the outside seems basic, but then you see, you know, once he eats the devil fruit and he's got the rubber body, his fighting and all of the different techniques he has for his fighting, it just continues to build, and I continue to be amazed by it. So his character design has to go, it has to be up there, obviously. Lady Alvida, I know she eats the devil fruit. I want to say that she has potential because I feel like we haven't seen too much of her fighting style other than her, I think she has an iron, yeah, she's Iron Mace, right? Yeah, Iron Mace Alvida. Yeah, obviously I think she's quite funny to be in the beginning, kind of giving that Ursula vibe of, you know, who's the most beautiful, the Snow White queen lady as well. Just kind of those vibes of like she's not exactly conventionally attractive, and then she does eat the devil fruit so that no, like, I guess weapons break or things break when they hit her or something. It's like slip fruit or something like that. Yeah. Kobe's basic, and he's gonna go above, please, her because of his facial expressions. He's just like a cute younger kid. Just, you know, I do like his story as well, of course, with him being a Navy officer. And I guess I'll put in some of my predictions throughout this video. I do believe he is going to have bigger parts in the story and that he's definitely going to be coming up. And I was paying attention to the chapters where him and Helmeppo are becoming friends, which is very interesting. Zoro, I'm sorry, Three Swords is just so cool. And the fact that he's not even, like, he hasn't eaten any devil fruit or anything like that, and he shows up so, like, a gangster. He just shows up dying, believing that he's going to get what he needs in the beginning, and then Luffy comes in and saves the day, whatever. Not whatever, but he's just bleeding out, dying, hasn't eaten, hasn't drank any water, you know, and he just sitting there looking like that. Just looking like a freaking G. So love his character design, love his fighting style, and I can't wait to see how that progresses because of how he fought all of Arlong's pirates. Like, we didn't get to see it either, which I think makes it even more interesting because it adds in that mystery element, which I think is really nice. Okay, Helmeppo, obviously he's going in not for me. He's ugly. And that's just that. Kuina, precious young girl who can sword fight, who passed away, and was the reason for Zoro's, you know, wanting to be a master swordsman, the master swordsman. And yeah, I love that storyline, and I hope that we can see some more flashbacks from that. Nami is going here because I think that she has potential, definitely, and her navigation stuff is very cool, but we just don't get to see much of it yet, and she's just a basic looking girl on the outside, which I think all of the crew just looks basic, and I think that that is Oda's design on purpose, is that our crew looks basic. However, their fighting styles are not basic. Their parts in the crew they have are not basic. What? All right, and then we have Buggy, who is going in top of Gota for now. I think Zoro and Luffy may have potential to be above him, but just, he was the first villain that I saw that really amazed me. Just the first character that I saw that really amazed me, where I was like, Oda, what are you doing? Like, how did you even come up with the devil fruit that has him with separate body parts that fly from all over, and plus he's a clown and his hair is all crazy, and you know, I just love him. I do love his personality as well. I think it's so funny. Okay, so then we have, and I do know he will be much more involved in the story, which I am very excited about because I just love seeing him on the page. All right, so then we have Moji, a part of Buggy's crew. He's not for me. His lion is pretty cool, which makes me want to put him in basic, but if we're just talking about Moji, he's going in not for me. Above Helmeppo, probably. But, like, the question is this all of his hair? Like, even on his chest, is that his hair? And I know he's meant to look kind of funky. He's just kind of, you know? Okay. And then we're going to go with Kabaji, who's also in Buggy's crew. And I think he also has potential, and I believe he sword fights while on a unicycle, which is pretty sick and cooler than Lady Alvida. Sorry. All right, then we have I almost said Makino. Major Boodle. So he's cool. His character design is kind of basic. Obviously, I love his personality, and I do love how funky he looks. So I'm going to put him in basic below Higuma. His personality, though, would be up there, but we're not doing personalities. Chow Chow. It's Chow Chow. That's enough said. Gaiman or Gaiman, however you want to pronounce it, he is going in Gota. I love his story, the island he's on, and the fact that he, like, the island becomes his treasure. I thought that that was a very precious, like, small little story in there. Then we've got Captain Kuro, and he's kind of basic, kind of intimidating. The little swords coming out of his fingers like a cat is alright, I guess, but there's nothing too much going on there that's really calling out to me, I'd say. Then we've got Django. I think he's hilarious, and I like his fighting style, his hypnotics, I don't know. Which one is it? Hypnotics. Hip hip hooray. And his moonwalking is hilarious, and I do love the clothing he wears, the way he styles himself, and his glasses and everything. Love it. We've got Kaya. She's bottom of basic just because she's just probably the most basically designed character ever. All right, and then we have Usopp, and for now he's going in good, but his character design is not as cool as Django. Sorry. Like, when it comes to, like, clothes he wears and everything on the outside, I do love his fighting style. I love that it's kind of like we're seeing that he's a good shot in a different way, like his father, which I'm really enjoying seeing that, and just his place within the crew. I've been enjoying seeing all of that. Okay, I want to put the kids in Gota, but I think they have to go in good but I do love their design, and the fact that Onion is called Onion and his hair looks like an onion. I love onions. Like, I'm basically Shrek. No, why did I say that? Never mind. Just never mind. Don Krieg, cool armor, cool fighting style, seems almost OP, and he was at the time the hardest battle that Luffy had faced, and I feel like his battle was harder than fighting Arlong, but y'all can argue with me in the comments, and healthy discussion please in the comments of, oh no, this person should be up here and this person should be down there and whatever. I'm all down for that. Okay, so then at the current moment, Hawkeye Mihawk, okay, is above Zoro, but I believe Zoro will surpass him. But I do love Hawkeye Mihawk's. Like, he just looks so cool. He's all tatted up. He's got this gigantic sword. I'm a sucker for swords. Swords are so cool. Obviously, I'm a lover of fantasy, so I'm going to love swords. Because that's, like, the only fighting style in fantasy, really. I mean, it's not, but okay. Then we've got Johnny and Yosaku. I always forget Yosaku's name. Yosaku and Johnny, they're going... okay, if I'm being for real, they're fairly basic. No. They're basic, but I believe they have more potential than the people who are in basic, because I feel like they may come back in the story and we may be able to see them fight and see, you know, kind of how they were with being bounty hunters, and maybe we'll see them do some bounty hunting later in the story, and I think that that could be very interesting. Sanji, he is going in... I love Sanji as a character, but he's going top of good butt. And yes, I am putting him above Don Krieg, because Don Krieg, I don't know if his armor is a part of his body, but it is his armor. And this feels like a Batman versus Superman situation, you know, where Batman just has all those gadgets and Superman has all of the power. So in my opinion, Sanji's going up there. 1, the eyebrow curl. 2, maybe my personal bias, because I do like his character. But, you know, obviously he's got this super strong kick, like Chef Zeph, his mentor, did. Speaking of Chef Zeph, he is going... I want to put him in Gota, but I think I'm going to put him in top of good butt. And all of this is subject to change later when I do a later ranking, because I want to do a ranking for each saga, because I think that would be very fun, including all of the previous, so it could get to be a very long video. But I've heard that people who read One Piece like long videos, so here we are. Okay, so we've got Chef Zeph. Love the braids coming out of his nose, the very long chef hat, and the pirate leg. Obviously, I do love his story and who he is as a character, but if I was putting all of that in to play, he would be in Gota for sure, but I just, you know, I'm trying to keep this character design. Jin is very basic, bottom of basic. Oh, sorry. I put him in bottom of Hat Potential. Yeah, I think that's fair because he doesn't have as cool or funky of a design as Boodle. Okay, Yasop. Yasop definitely has potential. I'm gonna put him here for now. He's a part of Red Hair Shank's crew, and I feel like you you gotta be pretty BA to be a part of that crew. And he's Usopp's dad, and I heard that he never misses. And so we know that he's a sharpshooter of some sort, probably pistol, flintlock, something like that. But and he does look cool. Like I do like his design. He just looks like a hard dude. All right, so again, if we're going on personality, he would be somewhere else. But this is Mary, Kaya's butler. I don't know about this like animal thing in the hair is not it for me. I'm sorry. Okay, I dislike their design so much because they're just so creepy and they're just kind of like, ooh. And I think that may be the point again. But yeah, Butchie and Siam, I think. Don't come for me for the name. Yeah, just not for me. Also, my cat is crying because my husband closed the door to the bathroom. Oh, nope, I lied. That is because he can't go into the bedroom. All right, so we've got Lieutenant Iron Fist full body, and he definitely has potential. He does look pretty cool, but he looks pretty basic at the same time. Like, just seeing his face, pretty basic. But with the Iron Fist, obviously, that's pretty cool. Cool idea, and I feel like he will be moving up later once we see what's going on with the story. Jeez. So once we see him fight. All right, so then we've got Patty Cook, which I want to say he's got a basic design, but I do like the way he speaks. And I do also like his personality. I think he's hilarious. Yeah, different. He's unique, so he's not exactly Captain Kuro basic, but we haven't seen him fight or anything either necessarily. But I do like his character design itself. Like if I were to just see a picture of him against Captain Kuro, maybe I will put him above him in terms of like he's not as basic as Captain Kuro. All right, so then we've got the Invincible Pearl, and I did enjoy the fight scene with him. I thought it was very funny when his nose was bleeding and everything like that. And I thought that the shield was a part of his body, but then it wasn't, which is also interesting. I'm trying to figure out if I want to put him has potential / had potential or basic. I'm putting him here for now because his body shape is funny and it definitely makes me uncomfortable, and then the fire shield thing is very cool. But I think Yosaku and Johnny might have more tricks up their sleeves than the Invincible Pearl. Okay, and then we've got Nizumi from Navy Base 16, Captain Nizumi, I think, and he's tough to place because he looks like a creep, and I don't like that. And again, with the little ears on the top, it's just not it for me. For some reason, it's just not. Okay. And then we've got Arlong, and I feel like Arlong looks pretty hard, strong, tall. His teeth got the chompy chomps, and everything like that. But he's not super intimidating, I feel like, on the page. His character design is all right. I feel like it's more basic for Oda. Which I guess if we're talking in terms of being basic, just looking at a picture, I would probably put him probably here. Personally, he's not as much for me, but then I have to put some of my biases on the side and say he's super tall, super muscular, and his teeth come out of his mouth for battle, and obviously that's pretty cool. And his nose is pretty funky, and I do really like his pirate flag. Hachi is going at the bottom of not for me. And it's not because his character design isn't cool or creative or unique. It's because I have tryptophobia, which means I have a fear of bumps or holes. And he is an octopus human fishman person. And I think he's funny. I think he's funky. But The way that I see him, whether in black and white or in color, I want to throw up. And I do like his fighting style. You know, he's got the six sword fighting style, and he can like throw himself back onto the pole or something and stick onto it. Cool, but my tryptophobia makes me want to throw up when I see him, and I kind of had to like put that aside, put that out of my brain when he was on the page, and it was very difficult. All right, so then we've got Nojiko. She's pretty BA. Like, even character design wise, you can tell she's going to be a strong female character. So I'm gonna put her in the top of basic. And obviously, I love her personality and that she had to be where she was so that Nami could be where she was. You know, she definitely had a very important part of the story. Chabo, cute kid, but he's basic, very basic. Okay, Genzo, I believe his name is Genzo. Love Genzo. He is super cool. I thought his character design was really awesome. Like, upon initial looking at him, I don't know, something about the Frankenstein thing is making me want him to be all the way up here. And the little, just like the little detail of the windmill, and then obviously we have the reasoning for that later. I thought it was just something goofy. Can you I thought it was just something goofy at first, and then I realized that, you know, it obviously had something to do with the story, and it was very precious. But I think just when I saw him in the beginning, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm the one with the weapons," like whatever. His design is so cool. All right, then back to Arlong's crew. So Arlong's crew, who is this? Kurobi or Karubi, I think. He is bottom of has potential. Shark fin arm thing's pretty cool, but he is kind of basic for Oda, I think, and we didn't get to see very much of him fighting. All right, next we have Chu. I love Chu. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion. I think that he's hilarious, and his little smek thing is I just enjoyed seeing him on the page just because the little smek thing, or it would be Chu or something like that in Japanese, which I feel like kind of gives the same effect. I thought he was hilarious. And what was his fighting style? I think it was swords as well. Swords? Yeah, and Karubi is I actually don't remember. And then Karubi's karate. Then we have Belmare. Okay. I obviously want to put my bias into this. If we're looking at Belmare, we're looking at her hair, we're looking at her outfit, we're looking at her with the weapon, the long rifle, we're looking at her coming home as a soldier, we're looking at that. Those panels, just based on her character design, biased because I am a female who was in the Marine Corps, she's got to go top of good butt. And I would say top of good butt because... Oh, no. I think honestly she's got to go in Gota because I think she's really cool. Just even character design wise. All right, Mumu. Oh, Mumu is going in Gota. I loved seeing him always. I love Mumu. And that's just it. That just is what it is. Love Mumu. All right, and then we have Commodore Purin, I think. Or Purin, something like that. He looks funky. I am interested to see where he goes, and I think he definitely has potential. He looks yucky, but he has potential, for sure. We haven't seen anything from him, other than, like, just what he looks like. Then we have Commander Brand New. This guy looked hard, also. And so I'm very excited to see what comes of this guy. You know, what's his fighting style and everything like that. Then we've got Matsu, the weapon shop owner. I did enjoy seeing him on the page. I think his nose is kind of cute, like a cute design for like an not exactly conventionally attractive character. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see him fighting or anything. So, and I really like to put fighting into the character design. I think he's actually going to go in basic because I think he's fairly basic, but I do like his design personally. I just think it's different, unique. Okay, and then we've got White Chase Smoker, the captain of the Navy headquarters. Obviously, this do look hard. I don't know why I keep saying that. And I think he has tons of potential, obviously. Probably below Commander Brand New, because just look at him. Looks cool. He looks like he's stand on business. And then we have another basic looking character who I feel like has potential, definitely. And I'm just putting her below Johnny and Yosaku because I believe they have more potential than she does, possibly. But this is Master Chief Petty Officer Tashigi. And yeah, I think that that's where I'm going to keep her. And then last, certainly not least, but deceased, Gold Roger, King of the Pirates. He's got to go in good, but, and I'm putting him all the way up here because I know that his character design is going to be super awesome and that we just haven't seen much of him yet, because I know that we will backtrack. We will see some backstory of him, and I am very excited to see that. But yes, I think that this is my list. Let's see if I can show you guys the full list. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, not that much. There we go. Okay. Full list of go to, good but, has had potential, basic, and not for me. Obviously, this is all subject to change, but I feel like I'm happy with this for now. And then we'll see what happens in the next saga. We'll see what happens in the next couple arcs and how my opinions will change, who goes up, who goes down, and everything like that. And I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed making it, even though it was just a hell of a process trying to figure out my mic and my camera and everything, and trying to do screen recording at the same time as a video. And it was a whole thing. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed and appreciate this video, and I hope that this is a great conversational topic for all of us to just continue to talk about throughout the months of me reading One Piece. So please don't hesitate to comment and tell me all of your opinions on all of the characters. And full spoilers for East Blue, obviously. We can just talk about that freely in the comments and just have fun with it. And I hope you guys have fun. And yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, just feel free to ask. And if you guys want me to live stream in the future and have some One Piece discussions, I will be all about that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If I missed anybody, please let me know. I am only human, so you know, if I miss somebody, that is what it is, you know. But yeah, have a good one. And God bless.